Yo, welcome back to another episode of the High Value Agent Podcast, where we inspire people to create a better life through real estate. Listen, y'all, I got a question for you. Are you struggling because you don't know what to do, or is it because you're not doing what you already know? Because an agent that is struggling typically is falling into one of these two buckets. Are you struggling because you lack the skill, or are you struggling because you lack the will? And I want to break down for you guys like what skill issues actually are, right? Like let's define the term skill and for a real estate agent. And so what does it look like? How do you know it's a skill issue that you have in your business? Not knowing what to say, not having a proven process to follow. When you're in challenging conversations with a lead or with the client, you freeze up, you stumble, you don't feel confident in the real estate dialogue. You don't feel confident and don't know what to do in regards to converting a lead into a client, converting a stranger into a client, converting a stranger into a client, and then a client into an advocate. You lack and or are not aware of a framework or a process to follow to help you be confident in your ability. Now, that one is fixable with just training, with scripts, with getting a lot of reps in, with having someone that has proven to be that type of agent, one that's competent, that has a lot of accomplishments through the competency, and then that creates the confidence level, right? Having that person in your corner, and to help you build the skill, you're learning from that person, you're following a proven process that winners have followed over and over again to get the results that you want. That is fixable. Extremely easy to fix, as a matter of fact. But then we have the people that are in the issue or in the will issue bucket, like the bucket of the lack of will. They have the skill, they have the resources, they have everything they need. However, they still don't take some action at all, and then some consistent, massive, inspired action. Okay. And so when we talk about will or the lack thereof and why this is a real problem, most agents, in my opinion, this is where most agents actually are, even if they think it's a skill problem. Like they'll use skill and raise their hand. Hey, is it a skill problem or a will? They'll raise their hand and say skill, but then at the same time, they don't show up every day. They don't invest in their business every day. They're not prospecting and getting minimum 7 2-minute conversations a day. They're not following up with the people that are in their data bank. They're not responding to people within a timely manner, that's going to help version and the overall client experience. They don't show up to trainings. They don't show up to the meetings that are there created to provide value and to help you grow your confidence and feel empowered. But then they raise their hand and say it's skill. I have a skill issue. No, stop bullshitting yourself. You're not bullshitting me. You're not bullshitting nobody else. You have a will issue. Are you showing up every single day? If that answer is no, then it's a will issue, especially if you're in a situation where you're not happy with your business and you're not happy with your income, which, by the way, you have control over. The more you show up and invest in your business, the more you focus on those activities, the more you succeed. Now, that's the issue most of the time. And then there will be some people who will show up and they have been consistent in showing up, right, in their business, and maybe they are investing time in the what I call the money making activities. They could be investing more time, but they could say, "Hey, every single day this week I put in at least an hour in doing a money making activity." Okay, cool. Well, those people are typically going through the motions. And so they don't have true intention within those time blocks, which is why they're not getting the results that they desire. And that's why they can look left and right and see other people getting the results, and they're also doing that investment, but they're getting more results. You got to stop going through the motions, right? You got to stop going through the motions. Like, how are you going to get better and grow something that is, quite frankly, it's not easy to build a business. It's simple, but it's not easy. And so and all the people that fail, not just in real estate, but just in business in general, fail. A huge amount, majority of the people fail in their business. And you're telling me that you could just go through the motions and you're going to be successful? Are you kidding me? Like, really, like, we got to take responsibility and own our shit. Okay. So, skill or will, the problems that we see most when it comes to, this stuff is like agents avoid the most important activity in their business. I don't know. I understand why they do it, because it is the most uncomfortable part of the business. At least in the beginning, it is. And so they avoid it like the plague. But that is the main reason why people fail. People struggle in the will category because they're not doing the thing that actually helps create the business. If you don't close a deal, or if you don't get a client, it's not because of the lack of leads, it's because of the lack of you working the leads. Like, you don't have a lack of lead or opportunity problem. You have a lack of doing the most important activity problem. Okay. And that is going to be building and maintaining relationships. You should have a database of names, phone numbers, and emails of people that you spoke to before, or maybe you're generating leads through some type of platform, right? And you should be communicating with those people in a reasonable frequency. If somebody is wanting to buy or sell within 30 days, you should be reaching out to that person and engaging with them a couple times a week, minimum, bare minimum. If somebody tells you, "Hey, listen, I'm 60 or 90 days out," well, you need to be reaching out to them and have an engagement with them multiple times a month. They tell you, "Listen, I'm going to buy here in about 3 years." You should still be having at least, at the bare minimum, four four real conversations per year. And then on top of that, they're seeing you on social media, through their email, different vehicles in your business, marketing wise. So then you're staying in front of these people, building and maintaining relationships. But we get so hung up on creative avoidance, or we have this productive avoidance where we feel like we're doing something. Like, okay, let me give you an example. So we feel like we're doing something, but it's not moving the needle in the growth of our business, but we feel productive doing it. Okay. Like, for example, somebody will spend an hour creating a flyer for a post on Facebook, or some type of graphic for a post. You feel productive because you're doing something that is going to be, um, potentially, could have some type of return in your business, making a post on social media, I think is a good thing to do, right? Your social media is your virtual billboard. So you understand that and you're putting your energy into creating this graphic 1 hour. But is it really moving the needle even when you make that one post? Because could you have made that post without the graphic? 100%. And so at that point, you're just wasting time and you're not moving the needle. Now, if you're an agent on a team that has all that provided for you, created for you, or has created some type of system or platform to where you could do that in 5 minutes to post, congratulations. Take advantage of that opportunity. Take advantage of that support that you have by using it. But productive avoidance feels like you're being productive, but you're really not. Creative avoidance is you trying to find other things to do that does not align with you building your business and doing the most important activities. Like, all right, hey, I know that it's time for me to make my phone calls, my text messages, my emails. I'm here to make do my reach outs, and I've time blocked 3 hours today to do so. But I'm gonna go make coffee for the office, or I'm gonna go take out the trash. Like creative avoidance, like trying to find ways and you get creative to avoid doing what you actually need to do. And this is where agents need to take personal responsibility, especially when things go wrong. Like if you know your way, you need to be able to sit back and actually audit why it went wrong and what part did you play in this thing not going the way you want it to go. And then quite simply identifying that, being honest and just saying, okay, I take responsibility. I'm going to be better next time by applying X, Y, Z, A, B, C. And here are some of the things that I did well. I'm going to continue to apply that. And I'm going to make a couple pivots. But people avoid that as well. And then because of that, they're also not consistent and they show up, like they show up when they want to, not when they know they need to. And so you just have this like hamster wheel of just people just getting into business and getting out, getting into business, not being fulfilled, getting into business and their relationships getting worse. Their everything, finances, everything in their life is just not, it's falling apart. You need to show up regardless. It is not optional. It is the job. You show up. You need to understand that the will is required because you don't eat if you don't go out and hunt. You don't eat. So I want you to like genuinely, seriously, I want you to ask yourself, which bucket are you really in? Which bucket are you in? Skill or will? Most people want to believe that it is a skill problem because it is the easier fix. But the reality is, it's a will problem that you have because even you need will to build the skill. Once you identify, okay, I need to follow this process, I need to get my reps in, I need to practice this script, it still takes will for you to take action on increasing your skill. So, which bucket are you truly in? Genuinely. Okay. No judgment, but you need to be honest with yourself. And so I want you to, I want to challenge you in a healthy way to, because I'm committed to your growth. I want to see you want to see you be able to make this business a blessing. I have a 7-day challenge. Show up daily, reach out to people that are in your network and in your CRM, in your database every single day, And how you know that your measuring stick is going to be 7 2-minute conversations every day this week. Okay, so show up, have 7 2-minute conversations, and then I want you to take full ownership of your results. Full ownership of your results. And then I want you to, whether it's on social media or in the comments, or wherever you can, you know, report this back to me, I want you to share your results. It could be, again, Facebook, it could be on YouTube, it can be on social Instagram, wherever you can find me. I want you to report back and just let me know your results. Let the community know your results. Because I promise you, if you show up every single day for 7 days and get seven 2-minute conversations, 7 days, okay? Yeah, you're gonna have to work all 7 days, but you can get 7 2-minute conversations in less than 3 hours per day. Easy. I've seen people get it in 1 hour. All right. Okay. But if you do that 7 days a week and then you take ownership of your results, I tell me something won't change in your business. Tell me that will not impact your business positively. Tell me, tell me, right? I want you to, if you feel like, I don't know if this will work, blah, blah, blah. I want you to prove it to me that it won't work by actually doing this. Okay. All right. You got to show up, skill or will. Most of us, we have a will issue. Got to show up for your business, show up for your family, show up for yourself, show up for your clients, show up for your community, show up for your future. Okay. Be strong. Again, report back. I want to hear how everybody's doing. Report back. And as always, I'm here to support you. So be strong. See you guys on the next one. Peace.